What's up guys, Americana back here with another video. HBAR holders, I get this question all the time. When should you sell this cycle? So let me break it down. I'll show you exactly when to scale out so you don't get stuck holding next bear market. But I do want to be real with you guys. You might not like the outcome of this video. There's some concepts I want to talk about here that go much deeper than HBAR and can apply to any coin that you hold. So let's get into the video. All right, HBAR holders. I am sorry. You are not going to like this video. Yes, you will still make money. No, you will not make as much money as I think you're going to make holding HBAR. This is for really only one reason that we cover in other videos this week, supply and demand, right? I can't help that the HBAR team has released token after token after token and unlocked everything and turned the supply into absolute shit. I can't help that. I'll go ahead, I'll give you the price targets on here that you would be expecting or that I would be expecting. But again, I don't think it's something that you're going to be super happy with. The important reason, don't just go rage off this video and go click something else. You need to understand why it's not going to do as good as people think or as you might think. And then you probably need to go look at your other coins and be like, damn, is this dynamic showing up anywhere else on any of my other coins? And what can I expect from that, right? It's not 100% science. It's not something that is guaranteed. HBAR can still go however high it's going to go. If you think HBAR is going to go to $10, just as possible to go to $10 as anything that I'm saying in this video. I'm simply showing you my methodology. I do this anytime I buy a coin. It is a parameter that has kept me safe multiple times. I'm saying it's worked for me, but I'm also saying it's not right every single time. So take it with a grain of salt. Go apply this methodology to some of your other coins. But I think now with that framework, we can get into the video. All right, so just like you have seen me show on multiple short form videos, I don't think I've done, actually I did in a price target video, but for a majority of these coins, the cycle is actually super simple. We're lucky enough to be able to use these fib extensions on market cap, and we've already seen some of this stuff hit. Solana, XRP have already hit the 1.618 market cap charts, and price has pulled back from there. So we've already seen this stuff work out. You guys can fact check me on that, right? But what does that mean for HBAR? How does that apply to HBAR? So I'm going to bounce back and forth between these two charts, and you're probably already seeing some stuff show up that is cause for concern in my opinion. Okay, when looking at HBAR's market cap chart, just like any other coin, we're scaling out at the 1.618, 2.618, and 3.618 with the expectation that 4.236 is the highest we could possibly go this cycle. So what does this mean for HBAR? This means one, our first price target has already been hit. It got hit back in December. As you can see, somewhat respected. Maybe if we go to a monthly chart, a little bit more respected there. But as you can see, market cap has already broken out. Market cap is above all-time high, has been for over a year now. When we pulled back in here, obviously we pulled back a little bit underneath the all-time high, but market cap has already broke out into expansion. And what do we see on price? Consolidation below the all-time high. What does that mean? That means we have had a massive amount of supply unlocked on this coin. And it is eventually, it hasn't suppressed price too much yet. It has a little bit, right? Price should be up here. If it was a non-inflationary coin or deflationary coin, price would be up here with market cap, but it's not, okay? So it just is what it is. One of the reasons we love crypto, one of the reasons we love Bitcoin is limited supply. And we don't have to worry about concepts like this, but there's a lot of tokens, there's a lot of projects, there's a lot of coins, a lot of blockchains, things like that do inflate. I don't want you guys to think that crypto is completely immune to inflation. No, this is the exact same thing as inflation. Coins are getting unlocked, coins are being sold, it's suppressing price, but increasing the market cap at the same time. I guess I'm break down that math a little bit. If there is the way price is, or the way market cap is calculated, circulating supply, sorry, I'm gonna bring it over here, circulating supply times the price of the coin. So when circulating supply increases because of token unlocks, even if price doesn't increase a bunch, you can still see market cap get carried away from where price is at. And that's what we've seen show up on HBAR. So everything should be framed up. We're 7 minutes into the video, into the recording. I'm sorry. Let me give you some price targets on HBAR. You're not going to be happy with them, and then you'll see why this concept is important. So let me pull up my notes here. All right. So since we already hit the 1.618, I'm just going to do 2.618, 3.618, and 4.236 extension. So selling at the 2.618 is going to get you roughly 41 cents on HBAR. At the 2 or 3.618 is roughly 55 cents. And at the 4.236 is roughly 65 cents. I will say this, I do see HBAR hitting that full 4.236 extension because on things like Solana, on things like XRP, where they broke out on market cap rather early, whether price reflected that or not, right? On Solana, it did not. On XRP, it did, right? Coins that have this amount of strength, I do expect them to go hit a full 4.236 extension. I'm not going to wait around and try to sell the top, but I do think it's a lot more plausible that coins showing this amount of strength do go on to hit that 4.236 extension. So let's bounce over back to the price chart. The first target I said was 41 cents. So from here, where is that? Right, that means we're hitting the 2.618, about 76% away from here. And again, still under the all-time high. Just not good. It's not good, right? Breaking through these 4-year highs is already hard enough, much less when your market cap is drastically inflated from your price and already hitting fib extensions, right? When this lines up with a fib extension and a 4-year high on price, it's going to be a tough cookie to crack. Second high, let's say we do get through, or the second target we mentioned was 55 cents. Still not through all-time highs, and that's me being generous. We're already at 3.618 market cap. I've already fully scaled out of a lot of coins by the time we've hit 3.618. So I'm being generous and saying 4.236 is plausible, right? And it's still only 132% away, right? So 4.236, 65 cents, right, is 174% away and barely a new all-time high on HBAR. Again, this stuff is not an exact science, but it's saved my ass many times, more times than I can count. Not just the dynamic of price related to market cap, but market cap or using market cap in general has saved me many times. So I'm going to continue to use it. But if you want to argue in my comments that next HBAR is going to $3, $10, whatever you think it's going to go to, you're more than welcome to argue that, and it's more than possible that it could happen. I'm just pointing out a dynamic that I'm showing up that's not going to be clear whether I was right or wrong until next bear market, right? Until the top comes in. If it's 65 cents, well then hell, I was right. If not, obviously I was wrong. But something that is super concerning. I don't typically make long form videos on price targets, but I wanted to show HBAR. One, it's a coin that a lot of people hold. And two, it has an interesting dynamic when it comes to tokenomics and inflation that I think you guys can apply to a lot of your other coins. And you should go through this exercise with all of your coins. Now that you know what to look for, huge displacement between price and market cap is going to be a sign that you're getting diluted, you're getting inflated, and your coin might not go as high in US dollar terms as you would like it this cycle, right? So something to keep out, or something to keep in mind. HBAR holders, I'm not trying to pick on you here. I know you guys have a lot of conviction, and I love that, right? You got to have conviction in this market. But when we have the opportunity to protect ourselves using some of the proven systems that have worked in the past, looking for inflation, looking for dilution, staying focused on market cap as opposed to price, it can offer some protection and a couple easy steps that I don't think you really get anywhere else in the market. So not trying to take a dump in cereal on this fine Monday morning, whether this or whenever this comes out, but I just wanted to show this dynamic. I think it's super applicable to potentially some of the other coins you guys have, and I'm not going to give my opinion on whether you should sell HBAR or rotate it, right? It's going to depend on a lot of other factors. What else is in your portfolio? When did you get allocated HBAR? What's your expectations? What's your goals? Things like that. So I don't want to get into that this video, but just wanted to show you guys this concept. Wanted to show you guys HBAR. I did give you guys some price targets. Again, that's 41 cents, 55 cents, and 65 cents using fibs on market cap. But I just want to show this, and I think this is a good place to wrap it up. So if you guys want anything from me, need anything from me, let me know in the comments. If you want to see some more price targets on coins, let me know in the comments. As always, free materials in my bio, free Discord in my bio. Reach out if you guys have any questions, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.